This is gonna hurt. It's time for the Suffering Podcast.
Life is a journey and not a destination. That journey is filled with hard work, pain, and suffering. We work so hard because we know that the destination will be an enormous amount of accomplishment and enjoyment. The pitfalls along the journey come from being mired deep inside the hard work, never lifting our heads above the water to take a look around, ignoring the balance that is so necessary in life. When you left the house as a child, our parents told us, have fun. Maybe it's because they know that the vast portion of life is anything but. Every so often, we need to pull our heads out of the sand, take a look around, and enjoy the fruits of our labor. I'm Kevin Donaldson here with Mike Failace, and welcome to the Suffering Podcast. If you're a fan of overcoming adversity and overcoming suffering, then we're for you, because that's what we do here and that's the stories we highlight. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, please comment, and now you can join. Don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified of all of our new content, and follow us on all social media so you can find out what we're up to. Tonight's going to be a mess.
Hey, Kev, I don't think tonight's show is about overcoming adversity, though.
No, we're going backwards.
It's just overcoming.
Why, we don't overcome adversity?
Tonight, we bring in our part of the Five-Timers Club, Mike Depalma, and part of the Three-Timers Club, Bob Crudele, to talk about the suffering of fun. We talk about such deep issues in here. This is our last recording for season 3 in studio. We need to have a little bit of fun. But before we do, and I'm not even going to allow you guys to speak yet because we got to give a shout out to our marquee sponsor. That's Toyota of Hackensack. We don't trust anybody as police officers, but we do trust Toyota Hackensack. So if you're looking for a car, go to ToyotaHackensack.com. Now,
Kev, please don't ask them how they're doing.
No. I'm not even. No.
I can't. Like clowns.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Both of these guys are fucking zeros. Why we come on?
Because
we did our own fucking podcast.
It's going to go off the rails so quick. As you can see, I got professional photographs of every single one of you up here, and you all look good.
No, there's one professional photograph up there. The others are ad-libbed.
Me and Mike, we're going to do our own podcast.
All right, you interview me.
We're going to do our own podcast. We're gonna,
Podcast this.
How to fuck it all up and come out on top somehow.
So tonight's social media question comes from Manny XOXO. How do you make tough decisions? So we're going to start this one off with Mike Failace because I was instructed not to start with Mike Depalma.
I got it.
So, Mike, what do you think? How do you make tough decisions?
You know, I mean, I've always been a fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. I mean, in law enforcement, you have to make those tough decisions. You just really go with gut. You know, there's really no other way of doing it. You're going to be right half the time. You're going to be wrong half the time. And just hopefully nobody's dead after it.
The problem is as when you're younger, you don't trust your gut as much.
Yeah, and the consequences aren't that bad when you're younger either.
Well, that's true. That is true. But as a young police officer, over time you learn to trust your gut.
Yeah,
so
absolutely,
it's good. Bobby, what do you think?
Mike took my answer. What is it, Manny XOXO?
Manny XOXO.
Hugs and kisses to you too, Manny.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, that's what it means. What are you, jerk off? That's a great question. It really is.
You've only been prepped for a half hour now, so come on.
You know what? But I told you what I was thinking about when I was driving up.
I know. Well, I tried
whipped cream was pretty much the
right on the tip.
No jelly. I don't like that shit.
Jelly
you know
or
what?
syrup.
When it comes to important decisions, it's my first premonition. My first thought in my head that comes, what's the right thing to do? Well, usually what would I do or what should I do here? And then you rethink it and you go back, but it's always the first thing you came up with. That usually for me is like, okay, that's the direction I want to go in, especially when they're real tough decisions.
But the thing is, it's different if it comes to your family. Right? If you have to make a tough decision with your family, something that affects your family, you're going to think about it a little bit more. Yeah, if it's a tough decision that just comes to you, it's about you, and you fly by the seat of your pants.
So, Mike, I'm going to put you in a scenario. You have a box full of money, and you're going to send it to the parent. I was going to use that
in my answer. Hold on a minute.
The parent coordinator.
I was going to.
That's a tough decision.
Wait. I was going to use that. I was thinking about that. I agree. It's like gut. I made good decisions, bad decisions. I made decisions without a filter. Obviously, Mickey Mouse. I guess as you get older, you learn consequences. And some of my decisions as I got older, there was some major consequences.
But you never ran from them, so that's
Oh,
important.
no.
That's the
Definitely
thing about
not.
Mike.
You know,
He
I
never ran
learned-
from a decision.
I learned from him. You know, it's true. Like you're talking about when it's your own family, or like when as police officers, you know, it's different. You know, you react to somebody's issue or problem. When it comes to your family, it's a totally different.
So
it's
you
instinctual.
react to their problem.
Right.
It's different reacting to your own problem.
True.
But he makes a great point. He owns everything he does. And you have to.
Yeah, you have
because the good, the bad, the indifferent, you have to own it.
You said that in your episode when you came in here about coaching kids. You
Well,
said you got to own it.
You got to own everything you do.
So what I do, and I've come across recently some tough decisions in my life. So I do what's called the Ben Franklin close. So you make a list. You make a pros and cons list.
Who is Ben Franklin?
Ben Franklin. He looked, just put hair around that guy right there.
Bobby used to own a store in North Arlington.
Ben Franklin, yeah.
Yeah, everything was 5 and
Bought
10.
a pair of pro kids there.
5 and 10.
So I make this Ben Franklin list, and it's a pros and cons list. So what you'll do is you write down all the things that you like and all the things that are bad about that decision. And inevitably, whatever list is longer is your gut reaction to how you want that to go. So whatever list is longer, that's the decision you go with, because subconsciously what you're doing is you're already trying to talk yourself out of it. And it seems to work most of the time. Just write that list, pros, cons. It's a good metric to do. Gut reaction, I like to go with that. I've gotten better at it over the years. I'm never doing the fucking Mickey Mouse thing. And I'm never putting whipped cream on the tip.
You have me at hello.
But Kev, you in law enforcement, you don't have time for a Ben Franklin list.
No, this is personal decisions. Yeah, you're 100% correct. 100%.
You can't say, you got a full-blown domestic, you say, time out.
Time out. Hold on.
Let me
write this down. So obviously, guys, we're in here to talk about the suffering of fun, because there's no two more fun people I've ever come across.
That was a great question. You didn't. You messed it up. You have to
thank-
say it's a great question.
It is a great question, Manny XOXO. Keep sending in your questions. We will try to get them on the air.
Peace, Manny. Mwah.
Much love.
Much love. We, as I said in the beginning, we talk about such hard subjects, and sometimes our ride home is a little difficult. That's why I wanted to bring you guys in here, because I wanted to celebrate. We're 3 years. December 20th, we'll be doing this show for 3 years. I cannot believe it's been that long. I'm so happy that, listen, this show brought me to you guys. If it wasn't for, brought me to Mike, it brought me to you guys. So I'm very grateful for this show, and I just want to have some fun.
And bringing Mike in brought us a whole gaggle of Hoboken people.
Well, the problem is I've known this guy a long, long time, and between me and him with all the PTS, I'm scared to be next to him, actually. I don't know if I should be here. I might want to leave.
You want to switch seats? Hey, Bob, I went to the academy with him.
It's a room full of
I saw him naked.
I thought I was fucking nuts, too.
Oh, no, I'm straight.
I got to tell him, I got to go Mike Depalma. This is the best. 2001, we're playing Hoboken in the Dominic Infantis tournament.
I know this
and
story.
Mike Depalma has on the shortest fucking baseball fucking pants. Like the shorts, the polyester ones from 1972.
It made me run faster.
Bro, and I'm looking, I'm going, he's got a nice ass. Like, I gotta say, he looks good. Great player, great ass. And that's what I took away from that whole thing.
That's called soundbite, when he just said great ass.
I had to take those off. I couldn't use them anymore.
That's why your testosterone's low, because I was squeezing the shit out of your nuts. Started in 01.
Started grounding out to the pitcher like I couldn't believe it. Damn shorts.
Oh, God, Bobby, I need you to do something for me.
There we go.
I need you to do something. I need you to look at Mike, and I need you to say something nice to Mike.
You're aging well.
You look good in your picture.
What the
Great looking bobblehead.
That's not his body.
Now break his balls.
I don't want to break
He just
his balls.
did. He broke my balls, making fun of my balls with his shorts.
We're over here. I'm alone in the corner. I don't want.
Okay, break this Mike's.
I gotta.
Break Failace's balls.
I still gotta get my pension. You know what I
He
mean?
goes like this.
Failace was doing this exercise in the gym. His hands were over his head, and he was like kind of bent at a 90-degree angle. And I was going up to say goodbye, and he's another one. I'm like, God, he's up in his 50s. What a beautiful. His ass was just like right there, and I was thinking of coming behind him, but I thought he dropped the fucking bar, and like it was funny as shit.
Now, Mike Depalma, say something nice about Mike Failace.
You're beautiful. I don't know. First thing came to my
President.
Oh my God.
Okay, now both of you try to say something nice about Kevin. Your hairline is beautiful.
It's really difficult.
Botox.
No.
Those fucking wrinkles are terrible, bro. Really, you need to take an iron and iron that shit out. Oh, that was bad. I shouldn't say that. This was terrible.
It's a good thing how far you brought this. I remember being in the basement to now. I mean, it's a huge accomplishment.
We're going to play the one-up game?
I don't know.
You got to be honest now? So we were fucking around.
I've been watching Young Sheldon on Netflix for like the last 3 days.
Some things you don't want to admit, Mike.
And Moist or whatever that is.
He wears the tight shorts still, the kid.
What show you're watching now? Moist or whatever you were talking about?
No, Squid Games
Oh,
tonight.
same thing.
Squid Games.
Squid Games.
We should play the Suffering Podcast Squid Games. Us will go out in the woods, all 4 of us. He's going to win.
No problem.
But,
No, I don't know.
No problem.
oh, here we go.
I don't even know what Squid Games
No
are.
problem.
I'll say this about you two. Well, but seriously, this guy's been one of my best friends since we were little kids. And he brought you into my life. It's been nothing but, seriously, a great time. And you've really helped me out with a lot of things. I appreciate that.
Well, as much as we break each other's balls, there is some love behind it. That's the point of that. It's hard. It's much easier to sit there and me to make fun of Mike or Mike to make fun of me than it is to sit there and genuinely try to tell him something nice, because it's just no fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's no fun.
People don't want to hear that shit.
No, they don't.
But you know what? The breaking balls is a way that we have of showing love for each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but you know what? You take 4 other people
We'd be
without our
fighting.
personalities and all, it'll never happen.
Yeah, well,
No, then
You
it's
know what I'm
me.
saying? Like,
Then it's
right.
me.
You know what I mean?
I've been threatened in here before.
It's chemistry. Well, yeah, didn't
Cooney.
Jerry Cooney was going to knock you out over the table.
Clark Fredericks.
Clark Fredericks. And
Now
Samantha.
that-
when
now
I
you're
brought up
talking
the
about
Watts
me,
riot
baby.
last week.
He's rough, Fredericks. Clark's
yeah.
about me. He might win in the woods.
Well, yeah. Well,
Depends on what we're doing in the woods, though.
if we could have just had our audience have a little window into what went on before this show.
That's not even your hair.
I know.
That's not his hair.
No,
he
he's
just
got
put
someone else's
that's
hair.
Andrew's hair.
Bro, that's Eddie Munster's fucking hair.
He's got the little. He looks like Gene Simmons.
Bro, I can't believe I look so good on this panel.
How did you do that? That's what I want
You
to know.
couldn't get rid of my crow's feet?
You did
what
all
the
those
fuck?
things like that?
Look at this. Bags under my eyes.
President.
Yo, look at Mike. Mike saying,
We're moving.
My testosterone's terrible. It's
Look
fucking
at this.
terrible.
Like this.
Bobblehead Mike.
All right. Hey.
Hey, Drew, you ready? Jesus Christ. Oh, Andrew's got it.
Yeah, and that's going to have to be played during this show. But I do want to point out how great my hairline is.
I know.
It's not your hairline, dude. It's
I think
somebody
you're right.
else.
It's Eddie. It's the
you
month.
That's a great
you
hairline.
photoshopped
Eddie Munster.
everything there.
Eddie Munster.
That's a great
Eddie
hairline.
Munster, Ross Perot,
It's air plugs, dude. That's
Hey.
air plugs.
Bobblehead.
Derek Jeter, and what do we got here?
Bobblehead.
Poor Mike. Look
My
at
hair
him.
looks good though.
See,
It's really slick back with the gel and everything today.
but it looks like Poltergeist.
Look at the eyes. The eyes. Look at my eyes. They're coming out with the suit, the blue suit.
Yo, the suit. Is that even your body? I don't
No,
think it
it's
is. No, it's your
No, it's
head
not.
on top
No,
of the thing.
it's
We
show-
should do Mike Depalma bobbleheads. We should make them.
Oh, they
Also-
would sell. We wouldn't be able to
sit
keep them.
there.
Mickey Mouse.
I would put him right in the detective bureau and hit his head every day. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, Mike.
A DePalma head with a Mickey Mouse body.
So our next sponsor is going to be funding the Mike DePalma bobblehead night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that would be awesome.
Oh my God! With that,
I got to tell you, the Mickey Mouse thing did come. It passed through my mind, but it wasn't Mickey Mouse. It was Minnie Mouse this time. I had another one, so I had to really, really make a good decision on that one.
people when I tell
Consequences.
When I tell people that story, they don't believe me until I show them a picture. I'm like, no.
Sometimes I don't even believe myself.
What do you see what's on my cup? That's a picture of the Hindenburg. Did I do a good job? It crashed.
I don't. I honestly, I
The
don't.
back of the cup looks like when you went to one of those hot air balloon celebrations.
So both of you guys are.
Fucking girlfriend. What are you talking about?
Bye bye.
I
Bye
don't
bye.
think this episode's gonna get aired at all.
Bye bye YouTube. It's been a lot of fun. We got 2.5 we got a season and a half out of you. I really appreciate it.
Cropped out with Kevin's head.
Yeah, exactly. You should put this
Well,
on
in my
top
head
of
like
Mike's
this, the
shoulders.
bobblehead.
This is Mike. Look, hey, what's up? Mike Failace here. No, I'm not a dick. It's a headworm. It's a blimp.
Hey, listen, that's happened to me before when I went to Pascas's wedding.
I can't even write notes during this. This is insane.
No need.
What do you think your description of having fun is? Like, if you had to give your own personal definition, Mike, of having fun, what do you think it would be?
It's these fucking questions, right?
I don't know. What the
Jesus Christ.
Sheldon didn't talk about this. Sheldon.
Yeah.
He never.
Was that you when you were a little kid?
Sheldon.
Sheldon?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
My kids watch that, so.
No, I was definitely not me.
No?
No, far from it. Trust
Well,
me.
the only thing I got in common with young Sheldon is I really did like using the teachers' bathrooms because they were always cleaner.
No, I wasn't that. Definitely.
I definitely went in there and dropped the deuce right in the teachers' lounge.
What was the question again? Fill me off.
You know, you understand it was
Let's go
just
to
a
the
second and a
marquee
half ago.
sponsor.
It was a second. What's your definition of having fun? Your own personal definition.
Laughing, something like geared towards this and having a good time.
Well, growing up in Hoboken, which is a rough place, you got to have dick skin, as you like to say.
Dick skin.
Dick skin. Was breaking balls, and you guys are masters
we
at
do,
it.
But we did it at work too as cops. I mean, that was we always talk about that. That's like it's mandatory.
Well, what was the as a cop? What was the hardest you ever broke anybody's balls?
Physically?
I don't know.
He said
I don't
broke balls, not drained.
Honestly,
not drained,
sometimes
Bob.
I didn't realize. I'm the type I don't realize I'm doing it. You know, it's just my personality. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was a friend of mine with his teeth and stuff. I didn't realize
Somebody's lines on their forehead.
See, that got to him.
I don't.
It's got to him. I'm sorry.
No,
He's off his game now.
Because every fucking person in my family has these. Every single one of them.
Well, maybe you could be the first that doesn't have it. Get surgery.
I don't really know. I didn't
This
really.
Kevin doesn't.
Slightly. They're airbrushed out.
Nobody really took it. With me, it was just they knew it was my personality. I didn't mean any harm.
Now, I do know with Bobby, though, and I've heard this from people who are in your atmosphere, say when Bobby zeroed in on you, especially during those days when you were a wild and crazy guy, when Bobby zeroed in on you, you had a fucking problem.
You know what? Everything, there's an 80-20 rule. 80% of what comes out of my mouth is total bullshit. The 20% is I'll be like, yo, I'm being serious now. Like, then I have to do that part, you know? But back then, yeah, like if I got in you, if I didn't like you, and there was plenty of people that I worked with that I didn't care for, but I had to, you know, but I would still be there for them 100% when we were out there. I would never X somebody out. But yeah, I would fucking rip them up.
I've been to
bad.
golf tournaments with Bobby back in the day. You know how you're supposed to be quiet on a golf course. You know? You could hear Bobby from the 18th hole when you're on the first hole, just screaming at everybody. It didn't matter what rank you were. It was just where I was cringing. When you got to go to work tomorrow.
But you know what? That's being real. It's having a good time.
You know, and
a lot
that-
of people take it wrong.
That's the thing I appreciate most about both of you
Yeah.
and Kevin too. You're real. You know what you're getting. You're not getting any fake person when I deal with Mike Depalma. You're not getting a fake person when I deal with Bobby Crudele. You know what you're getting.
No,
I got to that point in life. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. I got to tell it like it is. You don't like it. I don't mean it in a bad way.
So-
because I would expect someone to do it to me. Like, hey, you're an asshole.
When I get those random texts from you, just like, you're gay,
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
it's real.
Is that the 80% or the 20%?
Not that there's anything wrong with that, Kevin.
But so there's a huge difference between you and I because you will go after somebody. Yeah, you'll smack your lips too when you. You will go after somebody you don't like venomously, but you break their balls until they just like walk out or quit. If I don't like you, I won't even talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. That was like when I was drinking. You know, when I was drinking, it was game on. But in real life, when you're at work, if there's some guys will be like, it's almost like Don Rickles. You want me to break your balls because it's so funny.
It's an honor.
But then guys will come up to me and go, how come you never make fun of me? Seriously, swear to God. Especially these new guys, these young guys that just came on. Why don't you make fun of me like that? I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because I don't like you. Like, I don't really, I have to like have some type of chemistry with you if I'm going to break your balls. Yeah.
Well, it's like the old Dean Martin roasts back in the day. You know, you had that whole brat pack, and they did nothing but break each other's balls because they loved each other and they had a lot of fun doing it.
Well, that was like the old timers, though. If they didn't joke with you and they didn't like you.
Yeah.
That's the way we were taught. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But I obviously there's a lot of people in my police department I didn't like, and it was business, just business. You know, if they even tried to joke with me, it's not funny.
We had a 3-hour post on 4th and Harrison. You had to stand there. Didn't matter what weather was like, whatever. You had to have your shit out there. You couldn't take a bathroom break. No, chief of police. You got to be out there. Okay. One day I'm standing on a puddle, on a manhole cover. I got the raincoat on. It's freezing cold out. Mike Daggett drives by. He's a sergeant at the time. He goes, Crudele, what are you doing? Standing down in the middle, like he's not even doing traffic. Got my hands in my pocket. I go, I'm taking a piss. He goes, get the fuck. I go, yeah, I'm pissing. There's no bathroom break. I'm pissing in my raincoat. And he looked down, and you know when you take Men's Health, remember those old vitamins? Everything's like fucking bright green. Purple. All he saw was the neon green going down the thing. It was raining out, so you couldn't help but see it. He goes, you fucking crazy bastard. He goes, I said, no hands. Dude, that just came into my mind for something. But that's me. That defines me in a second. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And, whatever happens, happens.
You're not pissing under here, are you?
No, not yet. I went in the coffee cup outside.
Okay. Mike, what's your definition of fun?
My definition of fun is just enjoying yourself. I always say, if you don't like doing something, don't do it. I used to tell my kids all the time, if you don't like running into a brick wall, you're not going to run into a brick wall again. If you enjoy doing something, then do it. I have fun in everything I do. Life is too serious.
Marriage? Gotcha.
You had to go there, right?
I did. I got him. It was.
He's trying to be
killed
like
the fun in
us.
it.
Kev, you're not us, bro. You're more of a. That's why your voice is so good. You're like Jim Kerr in the morning, just sort of back. You know what I mean?
With a cup of Joe. Well, see, like I said, if you enjoy something, you keep doing it.
Gotcha.
You brought up marriage.
Didn't enjoy it.
I'm not doing it.
That's a good point.
But, the definitions of fun change over time. When I was younger, it was going out, partying, having a good time, and, being around people and stuff like this until my jaw hurt. Now, fun is sitting home watching TV. Like that's fun. That's
kids.
Kids, hanging out with my boys.
Like
and stuff.
I said, it's something you enjoy. Nobody wants to go through life not having fun or just hating every day. It's got to be a miserable existence.
It's up to the person, too.
You got to make fun in everything you do.
I got to have my things that I like. When I was coaching, all those years of coaching, like that was my thing. Like that was fun to me, but it had a purpose. You know what I mean? It was just random fun. The fun afterwards, like I tell the story all the time. I'm coaching a basketball game in between games. I would always say, "Oh, you don't have a coach? I'll coach the next game. In between games, I would walk to Hartley's, like 6 people, come back and coach the kids. No one ever knew, but I was like, I was coaching. You know what I mean? And that like I always had fun doing that. You
have especially if you're with a coaching staff that you really enjoy, then it gets really really fun because you're dealing with kids like on the level that I coach. I'm dealing with little kids. I can't have the fun that I like to have with my friends. So the coaches become your friends, and then the coaches text, and if they ever get out, that's pretty bad.
See when I was younger, I was coaching the same team that Bobby coaches. We were 23 years old. I was playing semi-pro football back then. I had my equipment in the car. If the kids weren't hitting, I'd go put my shoulder pads on my helmet. I'd say, come hit me. The parents, I'd be still in jail today. The parents loved it. That, to me, was fun. I mean, I wouldn't hit the kids, but I'd let them hit me. That, to me, was fun. It taught them, and like I said, you're teaching a lesson, but you're having fun doing it.
But you also look back at things that you used to dread when you were a kid, and you look at them now through older eyes, and they were fun. Like in college, those 3 days, oh God, they were just absolutely brutal. I look back at them now, and I'm like, man, that was the best time of my life. It really was. It was so much fun. You lived with the guys, you ate with the guys. You were this big giant, especially during camp. But man, was it torturous? But now you look back, and the bad stuff sort of fades away, and that was fun.
Perfect example. High school. I'm sure not one of us enjoyed going through high school. Now you look back at it and say, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
If you grew up in my house, you were looking forward to high school. High school was good. But something we can all relate to is the police academy.
Yeah.
Remember the stress when you first got there? Listen, I don't know. I'm being totally honest. I didn't give a fuck. I was a little older, but I went in not giving a fuck. I was like, fuck this shit. It's, you know what? But like just going there every day. It was mundane, you know. I got to do this shit to get to this job, you know. 6 months of this every single day. But
yeah, then you start having fun because you get to know.
you get comfortable.
Right,
you get to know people.
Everybody.
Yeah, but Bob, I had to go through the academy with him. So
I had the
And Nicky Burke.
and Nicky Burke.
I had the worst gas in the high school, and I was surrounded by female cops, and they didn't have to go through CS or CN training because I gave it to them
Gassed
on
them
a
all
daily
up.
basis.
Did you ever piss in anybody's shampoo? I have.
College?
Johnson's baby, it just mixes. It's beautiful. It actually mixes.
Oh, you?
The bubbles.
I did other things too in shampoo bottles, but not just piss.
Well, I mean, that's a little much. And I see where you just, there's no comedic, like, we got to really work.
That
man.
guy
We gotta
still
work
has
on it.
hair though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him now.
He's got thick skin.
Look at, know what they call that look? The smolder.
This-
The smolder. And you got those two lines, looks like a runway on your fucking nose.
I love like the angel.
Now that I
the
look at
angel
it,
thing behind
Depalma
it.
looks better than all of us.
Nah.
That's fake right
Look
there.
at that. Look at my forehead. That's huge.
Who's the golfer?
That's a
Dustin,
six-head.
whatever. That's who I look like.
Dustin Johnson.
Dustin
Bobby,
Johnson.
that
only I
looks
don't have
actually
money.
great.
I think he
It
looks
really
like
does. You
Derek
might
Jeter.
be- yeah, you-
What about the other pictures?
That's not my grill, Mike, because that fuck is too straight for my teeth. I've been cracked in the face too many times for my teeth to be that straight. I'm like off tilt.
Hey,
Well, you
Bob,
put the veneers in that day.
hey, Bob,
I can't afford that shit.
these two lines here, that looks like a penis ramp, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And the balls rest right on that big snoz. The air's free. Right on your beak.
Wow, this sounds a lot like jealousy, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, 'cause
you
you
do
got-
look. Listen, you do look good. I was
I'm happy
noticing
the
your
attention's off
forearms
me.
before. You got very
Attention
nice
is off me
forearms.
tonight.
You got nice forms. I was like, right? He's jacked up.
He is, he is.
Yeah, he's in the gym, just doing whatever he's got to do.
Well, I have young kids, and I have to be able to beat them.
When you were in the academy, it was open shower, right? I mean, you showered next to everybody.
I went to the academy with a bunch of Irvington guys.
I did too.
All right, so
Let's not-
showering was not my funnest time
Oh, I loved it.
because we had
I
one.
was there at Irvington, East Orange. It was beautiful.
We had one of those guys that looked like he was holding a mag light,
What?
and we hadn't been issued them yet.
Hey, I'm in my 50s. Anything goes now.
The PR24s.
Oh my God, it was like I remember the first time I walked in the
Supposed to
shower.
leave that under the desk.
The first time we walked into the shower after PT, I go, "What the fuck is that?" And keep that fucking thing away from me. Jesus, it looked like it was going to bite me.
This guy's washing his PR24 in the shower.
And years later,
Telling the instructor.
years later, I'm working for an outside company, and we go into this guy's department. I see him; he's working, and he was the nicest kid in the world. He was just a very quiet Haitian immigrant, and I see him there. I'm like, I said, "So, what's up, bro? You still got that thing hiding?" It was huge. It was gigantic. Come on, you're going to tell me you never arrested anybody and strip searched them and then go, "Holy shit, you're in the wrong fucking business."
I'm still on the job.
Bobby strip search for shoplifting.
I couldn't wait to, when I was in Narco for 7 years down the county. They strip search everybody. I'll do it, dude. Everybody used to laugh and be like, "Oh, strip search, I got it."
Now, when you were on the other end, when you went away, when you were on the other end, did they do it to you?
Of course,
How'd it feel?
good.
He wants to go back.
I don't know, but why did his asshole wink at me?
They get the,
I don't know,
the
it's
shampoo
just-
bottle.
That was the most humiliating experience of my life.
I didn't bother me at all.
You got to bend over, spread your cheeks. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Just hoping nothing falls out, right?
That's why they give you this stuff to make you constipated. Right? You always said about that.
Well, how was I going to get the balloon out of there?
I went similar story. We're at Essex. I went to Essex Academy, right? I was with Hudson County Sheriffs. That's where I started, and that was the only opening, so they sent us up there. So we're in the shower, and me and this kid Wilson. Wilson was a Maplewood cop. This kid was built like Secretariat, bro. Fucking unbelievable, and I'm talking fucking like just hanging there, fucking shit. And I was like, so I turned to him first time we're in the shower, and I go, "Wilson, nice dick." And he just was like looking at me like, "Yo, Crudele, you fucking crazy." Yeah, whatever. So like now, life would have it that there's 75 people in our class, and me and him, this is like June. We started in January, so June, we're 1 and 2 in the PT award. And he goes, "It's gonna come down to the 50-yard dash, and I'm gonna beat you." He goes, "You beat me the other 2 times, but I wasn't running good. I had my brother's shoes on; they're too big." That's what he tells me. I go, "You're never gonna beat me." So we get up to the line, and we're running against each other. And he goes, get ready to lose. He goes, I think it's like 5/10. You beat me in a mile and a half. I'm going to whip your ass right now. I said, you're never going to win, Wilson. I said, you want to know why? He goes, hey, let me hear this. Drag. he goes, what the fuck does that mean? I said, it's like NASCAR. Your dick is so big that it's going to drag. I said, and I'm going to beat you by about this much. He's looking at me and he's laughing and he's like looking at it and the guy says go and we go and fucking I beat him by this much, dude. Literally, he was faster than me. He was just in his head. It was so funny. And I said, drag all day long.
He should have taken Viagra before the race. He would have beat you by a foot.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. I'm telling you. God bless him. God bless him.
Yeah, we did that on it was a car thing. They took it to another agency. I had to follow them there, and they strip searched the guy. That was the same situation. Fucking guy was packing a mag light, and that's the fun. So it's part of our
dicks?
It's a part of our job to do these things. They're unpleasant things. They really are unpleasant things, but it's part of our job to detach ourselves a little bit. I mean, how many times you've been standing over a dead body and you make some fucking weird humor, but it's funny. And you're trying to lighten the mood. You're trying to have a little bit of fun because if it's dark all the time, that's a horrible existence.
I just remember you've probably I don't know how you I know you've had to go in somewhere where the body's been there for like terrible, right?
That smell never gets out of your nose.
And every time it happens to me, every time I know it because I can sort of smell. I got a real good nose for that. I'm like, and then I go through the door. I got to kick it open, whatever, and it just. I automatically projectile. So whoever's next to me, I do it on purpose. I make sure I hit him right dead center. Bro, I puke better than I could ever shoot my weapon in a million times. Right on the chest. I mean, I've had guys throw up because of my puke. Just fucking puke. Beautiful.
You and I would have worked well together because if I saw you puking, I'm next.
And everybody's puking.
Yeah.
I was all right. I was always all right with
You
that.
just have found guys with socks in their ass.
Oh my God.
That sounds really good.
You know, I just want to revert back for a minute.
Are we back to the dick discussions?
Yeah, we're back in the academy
Oh
now.
my God.
Me and Mike went to the Bergen County Police Academy. There were 47 people in our class. I think it was all white people. We didn't stare at each other. So we had nobody to look
How's
at.
Mike's dick?
I couldn't even tell you.
It looks great in
I couldn't
shorts.
even tell you.
Look at that.
Mike.
Holy shit.
That's the guy from the pie eating contest.
Now that really looks like Depalma.
Looks like it's swollen. Look at Mike.
And his shoulders got...
Look, he didn't
You
make,
like
he didn't make
free
Kevin
Derek
as
Peters.
fat as the rest of us.
No, I know.
Because he's a suck ass.
Yeah. I did it for you. I did it for you, Kevin.
Kevin.
If you learn how to do what I do, then you can control the content.
Oh my God! Control this content.
Oh man, I really look.
No,
fun.
you don't look like
I look like
still-
a Macy's Day float.
Yo,
You don't look like Derek Jeter no more.
No.
No.
Look, my
He looks like he ate there.
Somehow he fucking my tie.
he did fuck with your tie. It
can't
used to be
even
a big,
breathe.
that was a nice Windsor knot. Now it's a slip knot. Look, I don't have no fucking tie. I never had a tie.
Hey, Mike, when you're wearing a suit, always use a spotter because that's how John Carradine died. That autoerotic shit.
I got
Autoerotic
one suit.
asphyxiation.
It's like from communion.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I'm wearing
Oh,
jeans.
you?
He's
Oh,
got
no, Rod, what?
You don't know that. You always use a spotter when you put the noose around your neck so you do your thing.
Oh my God, dude! I don't do that shit. What with the
See?
lemon?
This
So
comes up-
what? It was just one piece of lemon. I don't really know what that does. It's supposed to give
like
some effectual thing.
like a phlebotomy.
Yeah.
How about that one?
Phlebotomy.
I told you, Sheldon's. He's
So
rubbing
one
off on
one of the highlights that we had in season 3. I mean, this is by far one of the funniest moments that we had in this studio. We're sitting here with ex-body. What's her name? I can't, Linda.
Every
Linda
time,
Yassin.
every time I
Linda
watch it, I
Yassin.
laugh.
And Mike Depalma's sitting over there because he's our test subject for Sound Body, Sound Mind. And she mentions phlebotomist. And Mike's face,
Look, I went.
Mike's face just,
I was like,
and I turned to Mike and I said,
went,
you know,
what
you
the
put it over rice, phlebotomy with rice. It's one of the top. So it's sound
gotta see
suffering
Mike.
is sound
I was
body,
like-
sound mind.
Puzzled.
what is that?
Yeah,
And then he came out with something. I said, and then she started laughing. I was like, all right, I got it.
yeah. So that has been on constant loop for the entire season 3. I forget what episode that is. It's got
How far should I put it in? All the way. That's my line for everything. How far should I put it in? All the way. Go ahead.
So you guys have watched a lot of different episodes. What do you think is the most fun that you've seen? Can you
The
have
ones that
anything?
we're on, of course. What the fuck
course.
you talking about?
Of course. That was my highlight. Phlebotomist.
The look on his face that day. Oh my God.
I was like, what the
I don't know which episode
I
it
thought
is.
she was messed up.
My favorite one is his episode, but one of the 5. I don't know which one it was, but I found myself laughing more than normally. You know what I mean? Because usually I just chuckle here and there, but I was laughing.
The Depalma app. That was pretty good.
No, when we were talking about when it's a male and females making fun of each other, you know, like what he said, it was like with lesbians and stuff like that. What the hell did you say? Like, how do females insult each other when they're out? Was that what it was or no?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
It was Breaking Balls. I know that. I know the episode, but we've had some good times in here. Like we've laughed a lot in here.
We've cried a lot.
We've cried a lot.
We've laughed a lot.
We laughed a lot, but at the end, it's always been somewhat fun. You know, the definitions of our fun, but again, it goes back to how we dealt with things as police. You know, I hate to get back to the academy. You go through tough times and you lighten it up with a little bit of humor. Like fucking Mike, dude, I can't even stare at you like that.
What do you mean?
I can't even fucking stare at you.
How come I get a lot of
What's
trannies?
that movie? What's the one he eats the pizza all the time? I
know what you're talking about.
Joey Chestnut?
No, he's a professor or something.
Oh, the Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor with Eddie
No,
Murphy.
It's just the
He
guy.
looks
He's
like
a
Eddie
professor.
Murphy.
He doesn't leave his house. Oh, it just came out. It's not
The whale?
It's not. Yeah, the whale.
The whale.
Like the bobblehead whale.
That's pretty good.
Andrew, kick it off, buddy.
So, do we make the Depalma bobblehead that?
No.
No, it's got to
Or
be
the
the
other
one. The
other one?
Face. Yeah, we don't want. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Mine sound like he's got chew.
I don't want that looking at me on my desk.
Oh, that.
It might eat
No,
my
he looks
sandwich.
like-
Oh, Mike, get away from my fucking sandwich, bobblehead.
You know Frankie. He looks like Frankie Manzo.
Oh
a
my
little
God,
bit,
he does look
right?
like
A little
Frankie
bit,
Manzo.
right?
He looks like someone hit you in the face with a fucking shovel.
He looks like Butterbean.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Even Kevin, he looks cool just like that.
He does.
I did it for you,
That's,
Kevin, I did it for
that's
you.
this guy. Oh,
That's
Kevin.
that's
Whatever
Kevin.
you need.
You know what that is? That's Kevin's college picture. You know when they tell you to bull your neck for your picture? You know,
Yeah.
your football.
Why do I look the most swollen?
Because
Because you are.
I even got that thing too. Whatever that
No,
is.
that's everybody, dude. I said Mike.
No, Mike doesn't have it. 'cause
Mike
he's-
doesn't. He's got those giant veins in his fucking head.
Mike's got fillers in his cheek.
Mike, you took the bolts
He's
out.
got
That's
chew in
good.
there.
You took the bolts out before you got
My
here.
eyes still look good. Look at the eyes.
You
That's
do
all I
have
gotta
beautiful
say.
eyes.
The eyes, yes.
Even with the choking tie.
I feel like they're looking right into my
Even-
soul.
You got to see
Bobby,
the
look,
size of my back
shoulders went
truck.
up too.
Yeah.
Like they went up like this.
You know, I was thinking if
Yeah,
Mike
it's
Mike was still on the job and he raised his raised ranks and everything, if he was a chief, that's how he'd be sitting right. He'd be looking just like that.
And I'd love it too.
You could pull the hot dog out from underneath the fucking trough that I just
That's
put.
dumb and happy.
How many cops have we worked with in our careers that resemble those?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary, right?
And
We had one like I think because of his size with the steering wheel, like ruined it.
we had a couple that actually had the surgery while they were on the job. We had one guy he
Yeah, but
called
then
in
they got
late.
that loose fucking skin, and it's disgusting. I saw this guy in the locker room. I was like, "Oh, put your clothes back on." I
Looks like
couldn't
a-
help myself.
Looks like a melted candle.
Oh, it's
We
terrible.
had a guy that called in late for work one day because he couldn't get his belt on.
Now that's a guy you'd have a tough time breaking his balls because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hurtful, I guess, to them.
Well, one guy did break this guy's balls, and the guy said, "I just lost 5 pounds." He goes, "Yeah, it's like throwing a chair off the Titanic."
I got when I see people like this, like with these things, I always think they eat out of a trough. Like they got. I used to tell this one guy we worked with, he had a big double chin. I used to go, "What do you just put the oats in there and like that, and then you're running at the seventh. You're running in the seventh at the Meadowlands. I'll make sure I don't bet on you."
That is dick skin.
That
is dick.
That is dick skin.
thick skin.
Oh, it's foreskin. Oh my god,
foreskin.
I'm so slow.
You got it too. Look at that. Your beard is like covering
I
it.
just cover it. That's all.
He looks like a fucking beaver.
It's like this too. You know, he had the chin there, but he grows the
Yeah,
grows the
look at
beard
that.
every winter.
No, it's all. Look at those filters, little cartoon characters.
Yeah, but I can't grow my beard long like that anymore because when I grow long like that, it freezes up. because I'm always outside.
It makes you
Andrew,
know what
put
it
the
does
other-
too.
Put the other ones back.
You know what it does too? It makes your beak look bigger. Look at the size of that fucking schnoz.
Kevin, will you tell him to put the other ones back now?
No, this is us.
No, put the nice ones back.
Listen, we don't need this guy freaking out in here,
Yeah,
all right?
come
So
on,
let's
I'm
go.
starting already.
I'm sitting
All right,
next
Drew.
to him.
And you know, we
I'm
never
starting
even
to
looked
sweat,
at this.
Andrew. I'm going to show up at your house tonight.
Bob, we never even saw it as like the fat pack.
Andrew, I'm going to dive through that fucking window and strangle you.
You think the Mickey Mouse situation is bad?
You get a box label from Wyckoff, you better watch out.
But sometimes, sometimes fun can go a little too far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We just had that in here. Somebody sent us something, and it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Which I got to show you after the show.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. You try to be humorous with certain people. Did it ever not land?
Did a joke ever just drop?
Just backfire on you?
I don't think so. Not for me.
You got to give a fuck in order to have it happen.
Like I said, sometimes I didn't realize I didn't really didn't care. I don't mean in a bad way. That was just me.
Yeah, if I'm busting balls, I'm
Yeah.
busting balls, and it's not personal. If it's personal, then it's going to go to the next thing. And I was trying to make it go there. I could be a nasty prick. Like, I can. I'm going to be honest. I can. I want it to
figure.
go. If I wanted to go there, then I would be really, but it's a rarity, I would just not deal with those people.
You are the Don Rickles of the Suffering Podcast. That's 100%.
He had a big heart, though. I'm kind of a prick.
No.
Yo, Andrew, change it back.
Come on, Andrew. Come on. We got.
Or I'm going to drop kick that
for the
fucking
audience.
glass.
Yeah. I'll put my head right through that, straight up.
All right.
Nah.
Kevin
No,
sort of.
that's not. That's
You
not.
know-
It's not the mouse thing.
Kev,
That's
you know what
not
you look
even
like?
it. Mouse this.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying?
Gerbils. I thought it was gerbils.
I have a feeling a fatter picture's going to come up. The fatter pack.
I don't think you can even fit it in there.
Kevin looks like Fat Predator. Look at him with that stupid face on.
Like fat predator.
My whole body's fucked up.
Mike,
That's not normal.
I wouldn't
Like,
even recognize
My
Mike.
shoulders, look at.
You don't even
I
have
just
shoulders.
saw-
What are you talking about? It's
I
all
was
neck.
just like the.
Fucking neck. Your neck's like
I was at
32
Thanksgiving
inches.
Day float like this. Hey, it's
Hey,
funny.
Kev, he's worried about how his body looks on there. Look at this.
Wait up. What are you talking about? Hold up.
I mean,
So we're gonna have a little fun here.
You should have did that exercise Mike was doing
So Mike-
in the gym. It's upside down.
I'm texting back and forth with Mike, and after about the 50th time, he calls me gay. He goes, I'm swollen. I'm like, don't sit in a sauna. And he goes, we got a sauna here. Does that work? He was in the sauna for 5 fucking hours the other
I had
day.
everything on, a jacket, everything. I had too much salt. It's like the ramen noodle and shit. I was fucking
Yeah, they're bad for you,
swollen.
those ramen.
I
noodles.
know.
Yeah.
So good, though.
love him.
I was swollen.
I could live off of him.
Yeah, well, not
So
long. Gotta be careful. My daughter, you know how you got those fucking packages at the house? There's 3 cases of them. I don't
My daughter
need
likes them too, yeah.
See, I used to drain. I used to cook it in with the powdery stuff, and then drain everything and just eat the noodles.
Oh, they're good
Really?
stuff.
Oh, I love it.
That's good shit.
It's
I
kinda
lived
weird.
on that in
You didn't like
college.
the broth?
Not too
I
much
like
salt.
it, bro.
Too much salt. I don't want to be sitting in a
has
sauna
anybody-
for.
hey,
I
has
don't want
it-
to sit in a sauna for 5 hours.
Kev, gay.
I mean, I shouldn't have took the salt shaker like this. Is that the reason why I was swollen?
I'm so grateful for you guys to come in here and breaking our balls. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, without doubt. It's a great way to end the season.
Yeah, this is a good way to end the season.
What's it
Is it?
over
It's
already?
over?
It's coming close.
For real?
Yeah, it's close.
You didn't even get past
we're
half the
back.
We didn't even
questions.
talk
We're
about.
Nice, nice.
We didn't talk about anything good. Anal,
Yeah.
nothing. I have a lot of
Now
tranny. Listen, I have a lot of tranny people on Instagram asking me to be their friends.
They're not trannies. They're
I got it.
transgenders.
Same thing.
I got a good question. What was your most impactful episode?
Ooh, I'm getting serious.
That's not what I'm talking about. Shoulders
Clark
up.
Fredericks.
Same. Yep.
Clark Fredericks. Yeah, Clark. It was deep. It was actually kind of funny when he almost kicked Mike's ass. No, but so he was the first episode that we ever had in here where I actually got a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because as he's going through the rape and everything,
And the
he's really,
veins are sticking out in his neck. He's very animated.
and Clark's a big dude.
Great guy.
Clark's a big dude. He's 6'2" probably, and
Jacked.
and he starts hammering the table. I put my foot down. I'm like, fuck, this guy's gonna start destroying the the end. But there's beauty out of that. So Clark has become a good friend of ours, and he's somebody who's used his trauma, who used his suffering in order to impact other people.
He's a motivational speaker now too.
And once you get to know Clark, like you have a lot of fun with him. Like he's good with that.
The second time he came in, we had a great time.
Yes, we did.
We had a great time because we knew each other at that point. When he first came in, we didn't know. Mm-hmm. So I felt a little.
See, I just took the show over.
God, you guys can interview us all day.
Yeah.
Fucking look at Andrew in there. Andrew, where'd you get? What is that? Your mother's sweater you got on? What is wrong with you?
Hey, Andrew, could you put the fat pictures of Bobby and Mike up and leave me and Kevin a little skinny?
Of course.
That's what I should have done. I should have just put the fat pictures of them up there.
You got no more questions? Nothing?
What's that? I got plenty of stuff for you guys.
This is how they do it, and then they get all. That's why. You ever see their live thing when they're live? It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I watch that just to laugh. Just the stuff. It could be nothing funny. It's like, so Mike, and I just start laughing. Guess what? My brother died. It's great. What the fuck?
No, Mike usually brings up the deaths. Yeah, Mike brings up the deaths.
Oh, Mike's the Grim Reaper. Mike, 90% of the time I get a text from this fucking guy, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if it says Failace, and I need the fucking glasses, right? I got the glasses now, So I bet you somebody died. I swear to God.
I got one.
I got one
for you. I got one for you. I got a text from him just because you had told me that before. I got a text from him this week. So we got a friend of ours that owns a farm. And he's like, out of the blue. One of Clink's horses died. No. I was like, what the fuck? Bobby's right.
Yeah, it's true. Now, the next question should have been, how do you know that? I was blowing the horse and fucking just died.
He fell on me. I almost died.
Bestiality.
I got that text this week, and I go, holy shit, Bobby's right.
No,
it's crazy, dude.
He put it up on Instagram, and he was beaten up about it. And I sent him a text, and he was very thankful.
Mike loves to tell people other people.
You got to realize.
I was just talking to Danny about this. I have a friend like that. Like, when I get texts, it's about that. And I said, even Danny, Danny, you're the Grim Reaper of my finance. Anything that goes wrong, I said, Danny, you're the fucking Grim Reaper of, like, the traffic ticket right now. Stop it.
You got to realize something. My brother works for the cemetery. I get the
inside scoop.
I get the inside scoop. I don't get any.
That's messed up.
Listen, I don't get stock market tips. I don't get betting tips. I get nothing except death tips.
Hey, Mike, you're not going to believe who died. And then the first text is to me. Yo, guess who died? And then I'm like, oh, my God.
They're digging a grave in Holy Cross. I'll bet you somebody Italian's going to die.
I bet you it's someone we know.
Saddle took my family's flowers.
So here's a loaded question for everybody. I want to pose this to everybody. Throughout your life, we're all middle-aged now. I hate to tell everyone.
Oh, easy, cuss.
We're all middle-aged.
I don't think he doesn't know.
Do I need to put that picture back? Yeah. Do I need to put that picture back? What's the most...
You're worried about Fredrickson. You better fucking worry about me, motherfucker. Talking about my age. I look fucking good. Look at that guy.
Derry Jeter.
Oh, it's fake for everybody else, but it's real for you.
Oh, it's real.
Okay.
It's real. If you believe it, it's not a lie.
This is true.
George Costanza.
This is true. What's the most fun you ever had in your life?
That's a stupid question. It's like you couldn't even answer it. It's impossible to answer.
No, it's not.
It's a trick question.
It's a fucking trick question. Legally?
Because Ford didn't make a rear differential on a 78 Impala.
Come on.
They're back.
Because of Vinny.
They're back.
Good catch. Good catch.
They're back.
Wrinkly motherfucker. Anyway, I don't know. You go first on that because I can't even talk about shit like that. I'm still employed.
Wait. Fun I remember, or
yeah, that's there's a blackout thing.
Yeah, but so that
during the blackout phase or the 6 day phase?
Just before the blackout.
When you're drinking, your thought process isn't sound. So what you thought was fun was probably a nightmare.
Yeah, if you see videotapes of what you thought was fun, you probably look like an idiot.
Yeah, that's why it changes over time.
My phone conversations.
Thank God there was no video back then.
You got that right.
Thank God. Oh my God.
I do have pictures though, Bob.
Of the shower.
Son of a bitch.
Of the shower.
I gotta say, maybe traveling, softball. The crew, like I had a blast with those guys.
It's
We
funny.
had a lot of fun.
I had a group.
Yeah,
we went
had a
everywhere.
lot of fun. Yeah,
Like I remember we went.
we rented. We had some good times.
You go all down down south.
Yep.
You right? How bad is down south though? When you get down there,
Yeah.
they say Yankees. They treat you just like you better watch out. Stick together, guys.
Once you hit Virginia, they're still fighting a civil war.
Yeah.
Even like deep Maryland and stuff like that, like or out West Virginia. Forget about it.
Yeah, that's right. He played. Yeah, I got to. That's probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I had some
remember
really, really good
Shitty
times.
hotels.
Yeah.
Lots.
But
of
you didn't
beer,
care?
Lots of beer.
No.
You stay up all night and then you got a game at 8:00. Hoping not. Then you go in a loser's bracket and you play 7 games to get back to the winner's bracket, and it's all fun because the whole time you just
You're
goes
together.
up
You're together.
beach bash at the beach
Yeah.
down at Ocean City.
Ocean City.
Those are the good times, bro. And everybody
I
on my
remember
team was a
half the
degenerate. Louis Lucanti. Remember Louis Lucanti, right? He's my cousin.
That sounds made up.
My cousin. No, he's my cousin, bro. He passed away. He had cancer.
Oh, so I'm the merchant of death here.
Well, he brought him up.
He told me.
Best softball player, bro. Crazy softball
Hey,
player.
Bob, did I call you and tell you he passed away?
No,
No, it was someone else.
Did he wear tight shorts though?
No, nobody wore shorts like you could. They give those shorts out. They're like, here, wear these because, you're on the team.
I couldn't take it.
Polyester, dude. He had to be so itchy.
What, like the coach's shorts?
Yeah,
No, they were
like,
youth medium.
But he got them from the coach. He was like, Coach, can I have those
I know what
shorts?
you're talking. They used to come out with those coach's shorts with the pockets.
The bike shorts, yeah.
No, they were tight. They were tight.
The whole fucking that was the Hoboken PD team. The traveling team, we had to wear baseball pants.
Yeah.
Like we had to wear real uniforms and shit because you had sponsors for that crap. You travel all over the place.
That was fun.
What's the most fun you ever had, Mike?
Innocent fun, probably just raising my kids. I mean, that was the
Now I feel like a jerk off, right?
Yeah.
Don't you feel
Just
like a jerk off?
smushed
He's
you
the
guys
Grim
right
Reaper
there.
of this
You're supposed to be
question.
having fun.
I mean, the funnest time I ever had was when I was
Changing diapers. I had the best time changing diapers.
when I told Bobby about how his cousin died.
yeah, and that's a lot of fun too. When I text Bobby and tell him who died, yeah, I get a kick out of that because I could just see his face. Jesus Christ. Just hanging out, being with friends, going out to a bar, working in my father's club, being around heavy metal bands. That to me, if I could bring back the day, I'd bring back my father's club days.
Oh, those I was there and on occasion, and it was awesome.
It couldn't be a shameless plug. We'd say Lemoore, the rock capital of Brooklyn, but it's no longer there.
longer there.
But that was.
Bobby, he's got Fred Flintstone fingers.
Oh, they're gigantic. Could you imagine one of those
I
up your
just
ass?
noticed them. What happened?
It's huge. Just
My hands keep growing. You know what they say about?
How do you text him who's dying?
Where
Like,
the fuck did that
I
come
don't know.
from?
I just saw those things.
Fantastic Four. He's the thing. He's the thing. That orange that guy with the stones.
When he goes like
Ben
this,
Grimm.
he texts like this.
That's why when I text him that someone died, it's usually like 4 days later because I can't get the text out.
We were walking home from grammar school. He's one of the first people I met when we moved from Jersey City. So we're walking home from grammar school. He probably doesn't even remember this. We're walking down like Ilford Avenue or some stupid shit like that, and I go, Mike. Now this is like in the fucking 7th grade. I'm like, Mike, why are your fucking hands so big? What's your knuckles are so gigantic? He goes, I crack my fingers. That's what he said to me. I never forget it. I'm like, okay. So I went home and I started cracking my fucking fingers. I wanted my hands to be big. You know what I mean?
Most fun I ever had was before I was a cop. I was traveling coast to coast, and me and Will, Will the magician.
Yep.
We
Will
went out.
Fern.
We went out to San Diego. We stayed out there for about 3 weeks, and the whole time, Will is complaining about this boil on his ass. He nonstop. He's like,
Did you pop it for him?
It's like I got this boil on my ass. I got this boil. It really hurts. I got it from sitting on a rock. I'm like, so one night. Now we stayed right by the Gaslamp Quarter. For anybody who knows San Diego, the Gaslamp Quarter is bar restaurant, and it's just a square block. And so you're just drinking all night till 3 a.m. So
I think I was there.
Nice and drunk. I go, all right, let me see it. And he goes, what? I said, let me see the boil. He goes, you want to see it? And I'm like, I don't want to see it. I got to see it. So sure enough, we're in the hotel room. It's just him and I. He pulls down and we're looking at the boil. Our boss walks in. But it was nonstop every single night.
That's it?
What's that?
That's the end of
That's the only thing I can tell on the air.
Oh, man.
That's the only
The
thing.
boss popped the boil.
But that was one of the most I was young. I didn't have any responsibilities. I didn't have a family. If I died in a plane crash, this is the sad part. If I died in a plane crash, no big deal. I was 22 or something like that. Bored?
No, I'm listening. It's good shit. Your voice just is memorizing. Sometimes I don't hear what you say. Just love whatever the fuck I said. All right? I don't have the education you have, okay, pal?
See, no prep.
See,
Oh, my
It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight when I'm choking Andrew in his house tonight. To death.
What do you think?
Quickly.
Make it. What do you think?
He's gonna have real.
Andrew's gonna give me the stranger later on.
he's Puerto Rican. He's got a knife in there.
He's gonna get double teamed by me and Mike. Oh God!
Me and Kevin got to run out.
It's
right
some kind of
this.
wonderful. I told you, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God!
Hey Andrew, me and Kevin got to go. Could you let these guys out?
He's had worse sitting behind him in the booth.
Andrew will be in that sound booth, tied up to the wall.
But
We don't use rope. We use duct tape.
He's gonna be texting me tomorrow. Andrew's dead.
Bobby's gonna text me back.
Suspects.
Bobby's gonna text me back. I know.
Mike and Bobby didn't go home.
We stopped at Andrew's. We stopped at Andrew's. I can get in anybody's house. You know, I ever told you that? I have a couple of really good skills. Not like the guy in Taken, but I'm fucking pretty good. I can fucking get into people's houses. I can steal cars. I'm good at that shit.
So not to make Andrew nervous or nothing, but I wouldn't point fingers, but Andrew was found with a finger up his ass and a Mickey Mouse doll in his mouth.
With the middle finger.
Any lemon? I
should have taped his finger. That would have been more.
I love to put lemon on my victims. Like I sprinkle lemon on like the shrimp. You know what I mean? I'm at the seafood.
They put lime on it. He just puts lemon.
I should have just took his hand and did it. It would have been more impactful. Like,
Look at that thing.
I say, you know what they say about big hands, big feet? You buy bigger gloves and bigger shoes.
Yeah, and now the whole time I'm sitting next to him, because hopefully we'll continue for a long time. I'm like, dude, you do got some big fucking
You
hands.
got big hands too, though.
I don't. I really don't.
Oh my God, here we go.
My 14-year-old son's hands are bigger than mine.
You sound like a little girl when you talk like that. Just take it. Yeah, I got big hands. That's it.
I don't.
Oh, you got.
You got meaty hands.
Those
Got a meaty
How did
forehead.
this show go?
I don't know.
Talking
I
about
don't know.
hands.
We just spent a whole hour just
What do you clip those with? A sawzalls?
it's like
Chainsaw. He's got a chainsaw. What, you got no other pictures? I mean, I want to hear another question. Ask one more question. Come on.
All right.
Give us a good one.
Give us Sawzall.
What is this? Is this what you were going to do tonight? Hold on. These following people will report to...
And Joey's dead.
Read number 4.
Some guy, Joe, just died.
Now break their balls, sweet.
be nice to them, then
Wait,
break their balls.
13, ass plugs. What the fuck? Cannibalism.
Phlebotomy.
So if you,
I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
I had
You had no idea. I don't know now. And I'm not
They told
ashamed.
me it's like a blood thing,
A
transfusion.
phlebotomist is a
phlebotomist.
blood. Yeah.
yeah,
was a
they work with blood
phlebotomist.
doctor.
Is that like giving yourself a white wine enema? I don't mock it till you try it. I mean, I can't do it anymore because then you won't see me for 3 or 4 days. But
On a bender.
goes right into you, dude. That's not even a bender, Mike. That's the full fucking Monty.
We all know kids, and I'm talking kids in their early 20s, when we had some real fun. They think of fun different ways than we think of fun. What advice would you give them on a proper way to have fun? Because you guys seem to be experts at it.
There's consequences.
Yeah, but you're not thinking of the consequences when you're that young.
The proper way to have fun?
Yeah, what's the proper way to
I
have fun?
couldn't. I just.
Yeah,
I fly by the seat of my pants. There's nothing comes out. Nothing's premeditated. It's all right here, right now.
Really? Are you sure about that?
it goes back to that question.
I'm pretty sure. It
goes back to
the
Manny's
audience
question.
knows nothing's premeditated.
Well, you know what I mean.
Listen, I got it in a nutshell. If you're doing something wrong, do it right. Right? If you're gonna go out and fuck up, make sure you're doing it right.
Yeah, but these kids can't have.
You know what sucks,
you don't
though?
bring.
You're right. It
You don't
sucks
bring
that
attention to yourself.
You want to tell
right.
them, like, hey, we experienced this. Like, it doesn't matter. And I guess I was that way when someone older was saying, hey, don't do this.
It goes back to when your parents said, I've done that too when you're looking at your parents.
you never did that.
You never did this.
You never jumped over a deck and inadvertently went through. You never did that.
Yeah, but so they have a tougher time than us, and I don't care what anybody says. Our generation will be like, "Oh, we did this when it was tougher when we were kids." No, that's bullshit. The kids today, and I'm talking 25 and below, have a harder time having fun like we had fun. You want it because of the cell phone. You do something, everybody goes like this. Everybody goes like this and tries to be the next jackass or get the next viral video. So they can't really have fun. They can't really let loose and have the same type of fun that we had.
Plus, laws are a lot stricter now, too.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I'm not saying the laws were relaxed, but...
Kevin, I am your father. I've been wanting to do that since I came on the show.
You know what? We did have fun.
We had a lot of fun.
You know what I mean? Once the
What do you think it taught?
I had fun.
What do you think it taught you having that life of fun?
Thank God I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot to live for.
Right, 100%. You can enjoy life without having that fun.
You can.
You know what I mean?
But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I really wouldn't trade it for the world.
No.
Consequences.
We got.
And I lived them. I lived the consequences, not as bad as I think you got the worst consequences of everybody. But I did live those consequences, but I still wouldn't trade it for the world.
But, Bob, it's funny because Bobby's the one that introduced me to Mackie, so he knows Mackie. I tell Mackie all the time, when I die, and I don't want to die anytime soon, but when I do die, I want to be laid out in cargo shorts, a T-shirt, and I want my hand propped up. So when people walk by the casket, they can high-five me when they walk by.
They probably hurt their hand with that giant fucking
and it'll be cold.
Andre the Giant hand you got.
I lived a great life. I really did.
We did, yeah.
I said I had two dreams in my life: to be a professional football player. Then I realized I was too slow and too short. Become a cop. I became a cop. I loved it. I've been on the road with heavy metal bands. I've done and seen more than most people should do. I'm not afraid to die. I don't want to die, but
you'll be the first to tell us when you die.
You're happy. Well,
no,
from the great beyond. From the great beyond. Bob, I'm dead.
No,
my dream would be like, fuck, what the fuck?
I'll have to be texting Bobby saying, no.
You're going to get a text like,
No.
Text from beyond.
Shit. No, it's Bob, I'm dying. Hey, Bob, guess who's going to be next?
You can't get this guy out of my fucking head.
I want to thank you guys for coming in here and in season 3 the way we did. It's really important to us. It was nice. It was fun. I get to have a drive home where I'm not constantly stuck in my thoughts. I do appreciate both of you. I'm very glad that you're friends, and thank you so much for coming in.
In all honesty, two of the greatest guys that we know.
Yeah.
Definitely the greatest guys that I know.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. I think that Mike feels the same way I do. That you guys say that to everybody that comes here. It's fucking
you don't do
cookie
that.
cutter.
You don't fucking do
What should we say to this guy?
Like...
Let's just tell him he's the greatest guy we know, and have a nice life. See you later.
So why don't you throw out some plugs, Bob? I know you got some big things coming.
You told me not to talk about anal.
Oh, we're back. We're back. Now you can.
Oh, hey, look at those handsome
That might
son
be
of
my
bitches.
academy picture,
Yo,
man.
I'll tell you right now, these two guys over here look so much younger than those two guys.
Yeah.
And I gotta say,
Distinguished.
You look, I got to tell you that.
Distinguished.
Maybe I'm going to go look for those softball pants. Maybe you could.
bro, listen, anytime you want to fucking, we can, doesn't matter, we can walk in the mall
I probably
together.
still have them.
I'll get a pair of my fucking,
And they still don't fit.
Why don't you? Because we're always proud of one of our own when they come up with something. Why don't you tell us about your new gig?
yeah, I'm writing, freelance journalist, sports, mostly North Jersey football. Outside the coverage of The Observer. The Observer covers everything like in West Hudson and like maybe into Nutley and Belleville, stuff like that. But I'm going outside of it. I started with Rutherford. I did a couple Newark Mountain Lakes. I'm doing a article on the Army-Navy game coming up.
Nobody better suited to do it. I sat with you at the Mountain Lakes football game, and I was just it was like sitting for an hour and a half and getting a complete football education. I thought I knew a lot about football, but I don't know shit.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That and just trying to get my oldest in a good college somewhere to play football. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they'll find the athletes.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you got coming up? Court?
Plug this.
Plug this.
I don't know. I guess I hit a plateau. I learned a lot about myself. So things easier, accepting things, and my kids, we're doing really good.
Well, Kev, you branched off into a new adventure too. Why don't you talk about that?
With which one? I do. I have my hands in all sorts of different cookie jars.
Rich man.
Oh, so
Yeah, I saw a great article on a guy at Rich Man. It was awesome. Who was that guy? Oh, wait, it was
and
me.
soon there will be one coming out about him.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're like the Wonder Twins over here.
Yeah.
So
you can write like that's
Yeah, he can. He's like Hawthorne.
it's no joke.
the Rich Man magazine, and so I write for 4 different magazines. I write for Rich Man magazine, Rich Woman magazine, Sovereign Global, and Quantum of Light. And basically, it's just my take on stuff that I've learned. It's basically what have I learned. So I'll talk to somebody like Bobby, and I'll get details from him, and I just want to highlight you guys because I believe in you guys. And that's what it's about. It's about getting your names out there you're the unsung heroes. You're not a big sports star. You're not a movie star. You don't have millions of followers, but the work you do is important. And that's my thing.
I got to say this, though. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time when someone gives me praise about anything. I like this. First thing I said to Mike is, he premier coach, this, that, the other thing. I said, this,
same exact way.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, that.
I don't see myself in that light. I just see myself as a guy that goes to work and tries his best.
But that's how I see you guys. Okay, that's how
I appreciate that.
That's how I see you guys, and I'm writing it from my perspective. I'm writing about you from my perspective.
You put me like Ed Stinson. That's a guy. You know what I mean?
He's more of a historic coach in my eyes.
We got to sit down with him.
Yeah.
I'll get the
He's
words
at
out.
that mecca of high school football now.
Yes,
Seton Hall Prep.
Here we go, bro. I'm gonna shoot myself.
So thank you guys for coming in. I really do appreciate it. All right. And that's going to do it for this episode of the Suffering Podcast, The Suffering of Fun, with Bobby Crudele and Mike Depalma. And let's think about all the stuff that we learned.
Andrew's dead.
Andrew, suck a dick.
We learned that Andrew's got about an hour left.
Andrew, he's looking at the last things you're ever going to look at, my man.
He's not even. I haven't seen Andrew in an hour. He's gone.
Murderer.
But most of all, what we learned is fun for me and fun for all of us is being around friends and just communicating the way we do. And that's going to do it for this episode. Don't forget to go to popple.com, get your digital business card, put in the code TSP20 for a 20% discount. Follow us on all social media. That's Clapper, that's Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Fans only.
We're only fans.
Only fans, whatever it is. I don't even know.
Clap on, clap off.
Follow Mike at Mike_Failace. Follow me at Real Kevin Donaldson. And, of course, follow the Suffering Podcast. And we will see you next week for our end of the year party at Mickey's Bar and Grill.